Hey, real estate fanatics, here we go again today. Super excited. We're really going to talk today about what are the perks of being a real estate agent. This is going to be fun today. Stick around and we're going to talk a lot more about that and why would you want to be a real estate agent and maybe why you don't want to be one. However, before we begin, I'm always open to talk about anything you want, real estate related or not real estate related. I'm just a talker. I love working with people, communicating with people. Hit the Calendly link down below. And schedule a time with us. We're super busy, so always happy to book off some time for people to talk about anything they want to talk about. Also, hit us on Real Estate Fanatics subscription down below and subscribe for us. Hit the notification bell and or like our videos and post comments, please. What are the perks of being in real estate? Why be a real estate agent? That is $1 million question. I'll tell you, when you first start, I don't know if there's any perks, if I'm being honest. It is a difficult job. It is, at least for those that treat it like a job and really want to be successful. Most people don't. Most people get into it and they want to tinker. They want to not be held accountable. They don't want to work hard. They're excited. As soon as that excitement wears off and the grind starts happening, they're not seeing a lot of momentum necessarily and money coming in. That's when the grind starts, right? And that's where they're wondering what are the perks of real estate, and they're really rethinking themselves. So once the novelty wears off of getting through your licensing process and the daily learning and the daily grinding of things, that's where you have to really evaluate your why, right? I don't think it's the perks personally, but I'm going to talk about that because that's today's video. But it really comes back down to your why. Why am I doing this job? Is it because I want a future lifestyle of success and freedom financially, knowing realistically how much time and energy and how much time I'm going to have to pull away from family when I first start? You have to really understand why you're doing what you're doing. If it's just because it sounds fun, I don't know, right? There's a lot of not fun moments in real estate, so that may be short-sighted and you may not last very long in this business. The other things I hear, I want to be my own boss. Okay, awesome. How good are you at being your own boss in just your personal life, in your health, in your eating habits, right? You have to just look at those things. There's no judgment around that. We're not always great at being our own bosses, if you will. The flexible lifestyle, you hear that a lot. Is I just like the freedom. Well, I'm telling you, the first couple, 3-4 years in this business, there's not a lot. If you want to be successful, there's not a lot of flexibility, right? There really isn't. Yes, sure, you can take a day off, but guess what? You're probably working Saturday or Sunday if you're really wanting to run this business successfully. So be careful of that as well. So let's really talk about the perks. I mean, the perks are, you get to get out and meet people. You get to network with a lot of really, really cool people. It first starts in your city, then you start going outside your city and taking some training and some classes outside your city. You eventually start attending some virtual stuff and you get to network and learn from some of the other people nationwide. And that's been fun for me. I really love to get to know people. I love to know people that are doing bigger and better business for us, that are coaching around lifestyle, coaching around work-life balance, coaching around how to get leverage. Like, I learned so much from so many people that I'm so appreciative of. It's been an amazing ride and experience for us, and specifically me. Of course, clients, man, you're going to get to know people you wouldn't have gotten to know before. That's a big perk that I hear a lot of agents say is I have new friends now, right? I would have never gotten to know them had they not moved into state and they needed somebody to represent them to buy or sell a house. I got to know them because you are pretty close throughout that transaction process. So you get to know each other. You do client parties, you do client appreciation things. You're actually getting to see and interact with these people more often. And it just becomes to build a friendship. So a lot of times if you're doing it right, they're relying on you if they're new to town, like, hey, who's a good doctor? Who's a good, the good school system, whatever, right? I mean, you're just having those conversations because you're kind of a local expert for them to go to, and that bonds you and you build up some additional friendships. A lot of people look at this business perk, the money. What you don't see is the number of deals that you lose and how much money and time and energy that you spent on those deals to not get anything back. As everybody knows, you're not paid in real estate as an agent until you close a deal. Not all deals are guaranteed to close. You're putting money into photography, you're putting money and energy and time into signs and marketing the house, and all that's out of your pocket on the front end that you may or may not get paid. However, what happens over time is if you have 10 deals, 2 or 3 may fall apart, but you're still getting paid on 8, if you will. It's always those first few that are difficult because you built up so much time and energy and sweat equity into getting a listing, as an example. And it's a dagger to the heart, man. It's an emotional toil when that house doesn't sell, or the seller decides that it's not the right time for them to sell the house anymore. When that's your first deal and you've put months of work into getting that first deal, that's difficult, right? So, but the perk is, eventually it does become the freedom, the lifestyle that you can have. Keller Williams was big into build a life by design, right? And that's really what it is. It's, are you building a life by design? And that life by design doesn't need to be that you're working 60, 70 hours a week at year 5, 6 in the business, right? That's about being a smarter business owner and finding leverage and just, being smart about how to run a business. With that being said, the very beginning is very difficult. You're spending a lot of time and energy between training. It's a fire hose of learning real estate concepts. It's a how to go lead generate. There's so much to running this business that people don't get. They just see what the success of people are and they go, I want to be that person. They don't really realize the toil and the grind that those people had to do to get there. Other super cool things. As you get more successful, you're reached out to, you can turn into a trainer, a coach, maybe an owner in a brokerage if you desire to do that. A lot of pathways that you can go for really cool stuff and fun stuff. Some of the people that I have coaching relationships with are some of my best friends still today, because you get really close because you're coaching them, right? You're holding them accountable. You're kind of calling them out on their BS. It's almost like a fitness trainer sometimes is, or for me, military drill instructor, if you will. Yeah, I didn't like them. I didn't like them at all because they were yelling at me constantly. Not that that's what we do in coaching, but as an example, at the end though, when I was successful and I graduated, I was super excited about that. So perks are just getting out and getting to know other small business owners in the community. Now you have relationships with restaurants and title companies and just different small businesses. It's really been fun and cool to watch how we work together, support each other's businesses. We do volunteer opportunities in a lot of different areas. So now I get to meet a lot of these people that are working at volunteer organizations. It's just so diverse and so cool that if you're running a larger business, it's really fun to get to know a lot of different people. So, financially, that's certainly there, but if money is truly your only motivator, I know a lot of people that are not happy that have millions and millions of dollars. So I don't know if that's a perk because you can live a life by design, but a lot of that life by design should be giving back, right? Like I want to give a percentage of my money back to the greater good of society. That makes me feel better than, yay, Mike made $1 million, but he's not happy because making money isn't super exciting, if you will. It's great to have $1 million. It's better than having $0. I get that, but at the same time, just having money isn't necessarily to me an exciting thing. What I can do with that money is what's exciting. Can I help build a school in Kenya? Can I help give back to the veterans communities here in the community? Stuff like that. That's more exciting to me than just having a bunch of money for myself. But I digress. So other really fun, cool things is just actually starting to turn, if you get deeper ingrained into real estate, into the wealth opportunity options. You're only as good as the last house you sold as a real estate agent. You don't have any more paychecks coming until you go find that next deal. So using that money to go buy rentals, short-term rentals, long-term rentals, getting into the real estate game at a higher level. Specifically at the company I'm at, they have rev share options, stock options. There's a lot of different things out there that you can have multiple streams of income, which is really where you desire to be if you're a smart business owner. You don't want all your eggs in one basket. So a lot of cool stuff, a lot of learning. As a business owner, I didn't really know how to read P&Ls because I had a corporate company that was doing all that. I was just a worker bee, for lack of better terms. So getting to learn how to run a business has been super cool and exciting and super frustrating at the same time. So hopefully you found some of those valuable. If you have some things that you want to put in the comments down below of what you like about real estate and what are some of the perks to it, please feel free to do in there. Also put in stuff in there that you didn't realize how complicated that was going to be and things you don't like to do as being part of a real estate agent. Hit my Calendly link, schedule time with us if you want to talk about anything. This was just kind of a lighthearted, fun topic to go through. If you want to hit our subscribe to our channel or hit the notification bell and let us, you'll be notified of new videos coming soon. We release a couple of videos a week. And put some comments down below. Happy to share anything with you that you want to know about us, our systems, about real estate, so on and so forth. Thanks.